It's Erica from the south side of the Chi, and I just completed the 2020 census. If you're not counted in, you'll be counted out. And I don't know about you, baby, but I want to be in, not out. What are you waiting for? Take the census. Go to 2020census.gov. Is it the way you love me, baby? Bang! I still have Jill Scott and Erykah Badu in my head right now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you missed the party. Oh my, I'm feeling high. My money's gone. I'm all alone. Yes. Did you see the Erykah Badu versus Jilly from Philly concert on IG Live? If you didn't, all I got to say is you can't even understand my vibe right now. It was so good, y'all. I almost did not come on here to do my show tonight. I was just gonna be like, let me cancel. Actually, I was in such a vibe, I forgot. I'm like, I have a show tonight I got to get ready for. Get up, girl. Get off the couch. I had my drink. I was burning my candle. I burnt it to the end, honey. This candle, I was in here. As a matter of fact, let me light it now. I'm in a zone. Welcome, everybody, to Nightcap with Erica. I'm your host, Erica. And we're going to have a nightcap together. Cheers to all of you all. I hope, I don't know. It's not working. What's going on? I'm telling y'all, I was burning this candle. I burned it out. Welcome to my show. It's Saturday night. Y'all know what that means. Peace and blessings, my brothers and sisters. I feel so like wise and deep and like I should do my 5% of math or some shit. You know, that concert had me feeling really good, and we needed that. I'm so happy to be here with y'all tonight. We're going to have fun. Y'all know my Saturday night shows are live. Sometimes they get a little wild. Tonight, though, is all about being a goddess, embracing yourself as you are, and loving on you. All about self-love tonight, right? And which is so appropriate after that concert tonight. So if you watched it and had a good time, and let me know. Also in the comments, say hi. Let me know what you're drinking. Of course, I have my Creative Click cocktails. If you live in Chicago, it's owned by a young woman named Nikki. And actually, she's going to come on the show after my first interview and make us a quick drink, right? A virtual drink. But yeah, if you live in Chicago and you order from her, go to her IG. Let me give you the info. You can reach out and she will deliver your drinks, y'all, to your house. Shout out to Creative Click Cocktails. So, and I think I'm gonna start encouraging y'all to do this so you can drink her while I'm on air and we can drink together. Usually I drink out of this. I'm gonna try to be, after seeing Jill and Erica, I'm trying to up my womanhood game and stop being so ratchet all the time. So I'm gonna pour this into a glass like a bougie bitch, because I feel elevated. Oh my, I'm feeling high. I'm all alone. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day! What a day! What a day! I don't know the rest. I don't need to know. So cheers to y'all. Let me know what you're drinking. Also, before I bring on my first guest, check out these earrings, bitches. Do y'all see these works of art? Let me tell you who they by. Get into it. Let me. I hope I put it up, y'all. I'm me and my tech. If y'all watch, y'all know. Get into these earrings. These are by So Rebellish, based in Brooklyn. They sent me some earrings. These are handmade works of art from the owner. You go to sorebellish.com and use code Erica. You get 40% off some earrings. Now listen, who gives that kind of gift away? 40% off. Can you all see them? These are so damn fly. Yep, 40% off with the code. Actually, we're also giving a free pair away. So get ready. What I want you to do is screenshot a photo of me wearing these earrings, put it up on either Facebook or IG, hashtag hashtag so rebellish, also hashtag nightcap with Erica. And I'm gonna pick a winner next Monday, like the 17th or 18th. I don't know the date. Y'all get it though. So take your picture. Y'all ready to screenshot me? If you're watching on your phone, screenshot 1, 2, 3. I'm so fabulous. Hope you got a screenshot. Share that picture online with that hashtag. And somebody lucky will be able to go on the sorebellish.com website, pick a pair of earrings, and they're going to ship them out to you because they love my fans, because I love y'all too. Not fans, friends. All right. Now, this pandemic and everything we're going through has been having me do a lot of self-reflection. And we all say we love ourselves, but what does that really mean? You know what I mean? Because it can mean so many different things, and it means different things to different people. Let me know what you feel is self-love in the comments. I love to talk to you and put some of your comments online so we can talk about it. We'll put it up on the show. But since it's National Masturbation Month in May, I said the whole ideal of self-love is twofold. The love of self internally, and then the love of self outside, if you're a little freaky and nasty. Actually, masturbation is not freaky or nasty in the negative sense, but it can be freaky and nasty, if you know what I mean. I drink to that. So a lot of us are quarantined alone. I'm a single girl. A lot of y'all are even in relationships and at home, and ain't no fucking and nothing going on because of all the stress and the things you're dealing with, and that's fine. Everybody has to handle their stuff their way. But I do think it's important that we just talk about what it means to adore yourself, love yourself, tap into your inner goddess, because we all got it, and then love up on yourself. Because I always want to hear about new masturbation techniques, because that's important. All right. So who I'm bringing up next, my first guest, she's a Chicagoan. I'm very happy to talk to her tonight. She's very she's regal, right? She's truly a goddess. And that's actually her name. She's a sexual empowerment coach. And listen, if you've been watching The Last Dance on ESPN with Michael Jordan, the Bulls, one thing you know is that if anybody is going to be a champion, they need a coach. So if you're going to be the champion of self-love and of fucking, you need a damn sexual empowerment coach. And who I'm bringing up right now is the Phil Jackson of Sexuality. She's beautiful. She's also a doula, but I'm going to have her, we'll talk about that a little bit, but I'm going to have her come back and talk about more of that and her being that intercessory, I don't know if that's a word, between women and carrying children and bringing birth and bringing those children into the world. So, and that's a whole nother kind of goddess power. Shout out to all the mamas. Happy Mama's Day weekend. But anyway, I digress. Welcome to my show, to Nightcap with Erica. Let me hold up my glass. Goddess Erica. Let's bring her on.
Hello.
Hi, Erica.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good. You are so gorgeous and you have such a glow. So I'm so happy to see you. And I love that your parents spelled your name right.
I love that your parents spelled your name right because, yeah.
I mean, I've seen some Erica spellings and I'm like, what happened?
I don't hate on the other Erica spellings, but
yes.
If you're going to attempt it, at least spell it the right way first. When other people are trying to spell my name, don't spell it funny. Just
Erica.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yes, they add all these extra.
It's a bit of a pet peeve of mine.
Yes,
I try to get over myself, but
exactly.
See, I know when I see Erica.
And Erykah Badu, I'm cool with her spelling because I
love her spelling.
It looks like it's Erica.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there are other people when they get to. I saw one girl that was AIRWRECK, like Erica.
Uh-huh.
And I said, nah, girl, that was.
I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind creative spellings. I really don't, because I like phonetics are really interesting.
Yeah, they are.
So I love when people play with it and try to get creative with it.
Yes.
Yeah, my big thing is just spell my name the way I spell it.
Don't add extra. Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm so happy here.
Thank you. Here.
The first thing that I want to do is let you tell everybody about you being a sexual empowerment coach, exactly what that is and what you do, because I'm all ears.
All right. So I am an empowerment coach for women and for couples. And what I do is I try to help women specifically elevate the inner divinity within themselves, because I think that every person, every human being, wherever you are on the gender spectrum, that there is a goddess within you, that there is femininity and feminine divine within you. It's the life-giving force that makes us all such amazing connected creatures. And it's the feminine parts of our essences that allow us to have that intuition and have that empathy and to have the things that make the world really, really amazing. Mm-hmm. And so I help women tap into that. I help them to work through I guess you could call it trauma. The trauma of existing in the world as a woman.
Yes.
And for all intents and purposes to learn to worship themselves. Because we do so much worshiping externally. I don't want to get into like a theological discussion, but I mean, beyond just worshiping outside of ourselves for understanding God, but also worshiping outside of ourselves for a sense of acceptance, worshiping masculinity and violence and money, and things that don't always help to move us forward, that tend to that tend to hold us back. And so by helping women to embrace that part of themselves, to love that part of themselves, to worship yourself. If you can worship yourself first, then the way I see it is worship yourself first and the rest will follow.
Yes.
You can't expect someone else to want you, to love you, to be what you need if you aren't accepting yourself. And people can love you, but you're never going to get someone to love you on your terms if you're not loving yourself.
Loving yourself.
So when women are able to embrace that part of themselves, what ends up happening is they become more comfortable with asking for what they need. And not just asking for it, demanding it.
Demanding, yes.
And it's not about being, a bitch about it. It's really about having a sense of confidence about like, this is what I need. This is where I am right now. This is what I'm asking for. And, really being okay with if the person that you're talking to isn't able to give you that, to find other ways to get it, within the parameters of whatever relationship or whatever kind of constraints that you have. There's always ways to find what you need. So helping women specifically, and then couples when the case arises, to come together and to embrace those inner workings that really make you who you are. If you can embrace yourself, you can help other people embrace their partners.
Yeah, that sounds so beautiful, but it's also, even when I look at my own life and then the women around me, it's kind of sad though that we don't realize how much of a goddess that we truly are. Yeah. And we don't even celebrate ourselves. And that I want people to understand that we're not saying, oh, that means I hate myself because I'm not walking around telling everybody I'm a goddess. it's more so less about what you say and more about what you project and how you really feel about yourself,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Before I forget, Erica, what are you drinking?
Oh, I am drinking a Negroni.
Sounds so cute and bougie.
It is.
I love it.
It's a little bit bougie. I might be a little bit of a drink snob when it comes to my Negronis.
I love it. But that a
Bougie.
Negroni sounds like something that a goddess would drink.
Yes.
That's why I gotta leave that Boone's Farm alone if I'm gonna be a goddess. That Boone's Farm and that Mad Dog 2020.
Oh man, Mad Dog. There's a time and a place for Mad Dog.
Yes. Ooh, the college days.
Yes.
So let me ask you though, like, why do you think it's so hard for women? My focus a lot is Black women and women of color, Latina women, in particular dealing with our issues. What are the blocks? What is stopping us from really embracing being a goddess and really truly knowing our self-worth?
I think that it starts really young. And there is this interesting I don't want to call it a fetishization, but there's this interesting preoccupation that people have with attractive people being more attractive when they don't realize that they are. Yeah. And it's this really interesting sense of cognitive dissonance that happens. You want someone to be oblivious to, what they're experiencing, what their lived experiences is, that they have features or, are exuding an attractiveness. And we're conditioned, over and over again to be humble about how we look and to tone things down and to not express your sexuality overtly. And
to dim your light.
Yeah, to dim your light.
Overall, dim your light.
And when you are constantly fed that narrative of it's appealing to dim your light, then you take on those traits where you stop nurturing that part of yourself that kind of cheers yourself on, that says, like, I'm great, I look good today. And it's not even just about how you look, it's about who you are as a person, how powerful of a being you can be. When you have a success, toning it down, dialing it down, it's actually a pretty Midwestern thing to do too.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Erica? Because I lived in New York for 10 years. I lived in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love Brooklyn.
I love Brooklyn. And when I say this, sometimes people where we're from in Chicago may get a little offended. I love where I'm from and I love my hometown. But there is a certain way that rules are played here. There are certain boxes you can be put in a certain way people want you to operate. And then when I got to Brooklyn, all the weirdos from everywhere were all living in New York. All the people that were the outcasts, the ones that were too artistic or on a different vibe. They got to Brooklyn or New York where they were able to really be themselves, radiate, and in some ways be normal. But their normalcy was brilliant and amazing versus a light being dim.
Right.
And when I was there girls like me in full on see-through outfits, and they're rocking their whatever, women of every size, every complexion, every type of way you can wear your hair, just really like feeling themselves. And I was like, I love this. But I like, even me making my hair pink in Chicago, all the women my age are like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, in New York, women that are 90 years old are rocking pink hair.
Yep.
So I
love it.
Not that big of a deal. I remember a friend of mine calling me saying that she had a niece who was moving up in the ranks in corporate world, but she told her, you need to cut your dreads. You can't have your locks and make it. And I'm like, but I know full on doctors and lawyers and everything that are living out that way that wear their hair however they want. So what would you say to the person that feels like they're in a situation where they have to dim their light in order to kind of place things safe and make sure that they are still receiving acceptance and love from their family, peers, or whoever?
So it's a two-part thing, I think. The first part is you really have to sit with yourself and kind of go through a sort of deprogramming where you take the time to accept every part of your personality, of your quirks, and of your interests, and accept them at face value, because that is the starting point of your expectation of what other people are going to accept for you. And the other part is not giving a fuck. And, as soon as, like, truly not giving a fuck,
Yes.
say they don't care, but like when you stop caring, you start shining. As soon as you stop caring what other people think, what your family, what your friends, what your coworkers, it's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. As soon as you decide that you don't want to live any other way except for as yourself, then there's no room for anyone else to have input.
Wow. What are the characteristics of a goddess in your terms? What is it that makes you a goddess, Erica?
Okay, so what makes me a goddess is what makes all of us goddesses. It is, you can. I think that people expect that you're going to say that it's the way that you carry yourself, and it's the way that you walk, and it's the way that you speak, and how you command a room. But really, all of those things come from again the feeling within yourself of love and celebrating yourself. For me, what I hear a lot is the presence that I command when I walk into a room. But honestly, like, I'm not walking into a room to get anyone's attention. I'm walking into the room, my full self, head held high, loving myself. Like, I got, my own internal paparazzi going on. I'm imagining my music playing as I'm walking through the door. Like, I'm not. It's all about me celebrating myself. And when you see people who who have that level of self celebration, it comes off as commanding a room or having a big personality. It's really about embracing the parts of yourself that you really truly enjoy, and letting it shine through without shame.
Yes. So speaking of celebrating yourself and letting things shine through without shame, I feel like masturbation is the greatest form of goddess worship and self-love.
Absolutely.
What kind of ways should we be indulging in masturbation? What should we be doing?
All the ways.
Okay.
First of all, mileage may vary. Everybody has a different, sex drive. Some people don't need a lot of it. Some people need a ton of it. Some people need somewhere in between. Mm-hmm. Wherever the mood hits you, to love on yourself, that accepting that without shame, embracing that, and really just leaning into it is, again, the first step. So when it comes to masturbation, what you should really be doing is taking the time to listen to your body and check in. So you can treat it almost as a meditative type thing that you can do, where you get comfortable, find yourself a space that feels safe, and where you're able to kind of let go and relax, relaxing and just run your fingers over your skin, find out what feels right. You don't have to touch your erogenous zones. You don't have to, go straight for, the toy or the vibrator. It's about worshiping yourself. So again, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but it's about celebrating the things about yourself that feel good. So before I was talking about the things that excite you, but when you take the time to, I would like to try something right now. While we've got everybody watching, is take a moment, close your eyes, slow your breathing, and then just check in with your body. As you're checking in, try to relax your muscles. Begin with your feet. We can call it a masturbatory body scan, if you will. Start with your feet. Imagine that the muscles in your feet are relaxing. Imagine that your feet are this amazing erogenous zone that is being caressed by the air in the room. Imagine that you're channeling all of your joy and love into your feet, and continue to do that exercise going up the length of your body. So now do the same thing with your ankles and your calves. Imagine those muscles relaxing. Imagine yourself finding pleasure in those places being touched. Imagine going to your thighs, to your erogenous zone. Imagine relaxing those muscles. We tend to tense a lot, particularly when we're trying to get to something. But relaxing those muscles is not only important and good for your health, but also it's a way to find pleasure in different ways. And as you scan your body, your belly, your arms, your fingertips, your shoulders, your neck, your lips, your cheeks, your jaw, your forehead, through your hair, give yourself that love. And what you're going to end up discovering is that you may be surprised at places that feel erogenous that aren't commercially deemed erogenous. You may find that your erogenous zones are a really great place to linger, but in ways that you maybe haven't thought about. Masturbation doesn't even have to require you touching yourself. You can honestly use your mind to get to a place where you feel aroused, and push towards that destination point, if you will. It's something that you should practice and do by yourself. You can do it with partners. Masturbating in front of a partner, masturbating your partner, masturbating in the shower, before bed. You should be able to feel comfortable allowing yourself to feel arousal whenever it comes to you, and be appropriate about it. But,
Right.
allow yourself to get to a place where it's not something that you're running away from.
Last week I had a marathon of sexperts on the whole show. We ended up having a 3-hour show.
Wow.
And several of them talked about masturbating. That's the first time I've ever heard someone reference, to basically make love to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
literally, like,
Mm-hmm.
take your time, caress yourself.
Mm-hmm.
One of them talked about how she sets her bath and lights her candles and
Mm-hmm.
really takes her time. And then the way you just described it is definitely for real an act of self-love.
Absolutely.
I think my problem is that I'm a get in and get out. I'm a quickie.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's
But
nothing wrong
all
with
the
that.
time though, I'm like, I get in and get out. It's like it's about getting to the nut, so to speak, right? But it's like, damn, when I find that I'm not satisfied in my love making or my sex with men, a lot of that probably is due to my lack of self exploration and making love to me and turning me on so I can fully tell them what I really like. I mean, I'm sure there are parts of me that I don't even realize yet are my erogenous zones because I'm getting a quick nut.
And like I said, there is nothing wrong with a quick nut, but there is something to be said about taking it slow. So, you know,
Yes.
you may not need to go very long to get to your climax, but imagine if you did drag that out. Sometimes the tease, the getting to that point is what makes it so amazing. Sometimes the orgasm isn't even the goal. The experience. It's all about letting go of expectations. So when you let go of expectations, you're just experiencing things in the moment. And the things that you open yourself up to when you're experiencing in the moment can be transcendent. So it's not so much about you not knowing what you like, but taking your time with a partner. If you're doing it with a partner, to get to those things very slowly. That slow exploration can be really delicious. And while you're talking about quick nuts, you might be able to get 3, 4, 5 quick nuts doing that kind of thing. So
Woo, let me drink to that.
it's something that people often kind of leave on the table. They forget that that's an option. And even men are able to get something similar to multiple orgasms. So in addition to coaching women and couples and embracing their sexualities and making their sexual relationships stronger, part of that, or in addition to that, is learning about Tantra. And Tantra, there's so many things that you can say about it, but at the end of the day, what it comes down to is taking things slow and allowing yourself to be vulnerable with yourself, and then also with someone that you trust. Yeah. And when you allow those two things to happen in tandem, you open yourself up to things like multiple orgasms. You open yourself up to things like men being able to ride that edge for a very long time, and you end up opening yourselves up to this delicious sense of connection that can sometimes get lost in the trying to get to the end part very quickly.
Wow. Well, I know we got to wrap up soon, but someone has a question for you that I actually was going to ask.
Okay.
Too. Let's wait for it to pop up. Joel says, when you stop caring, you start shining. I love that. How do you start living that way though? It's not easy to stop caring about what other people think. What's step 1, 2, and 3?
So
and maybe, I don't know if you want to give away all the 3 steps. They probably should call you and hire you for your services. Give a little foreplay.
Yes. So what I'll do is I'll give you an anecdote. I will tell you my story. So the if I'm really honest with myself, the thing that catalyzed my trajectory towards this career path that I'm on as a sexuality coach and a doula, happened after I had my son, and before getting pregnant, during my pregnancy, I had kind of resigned myself to this idea of, being a mom and what that meant for me sexually, that my body wasn't going to be deemed, sexual anymore, that I was going to have to behave in a way that people expected mothers to behave. Mothers aren't people who crave sex and who crave, physical sensation in that way anymore, because they're too busy being mothers. And that's incredibly unfair, because our sexuality doesn't end at childbirth. And it wasn't until after I'd had my son and I realized that, like, my desire hadn't changed, my sex drive hadn't changed. My body was different, but I still loved my body. And why should I expect other people to deem my body as non-sexual just because I had carried another person inside of me? After that, that kind of created a snowball for me, where I started looking into BDSM, and I learned that there was this sense of dominance in me that that allowed me to express myself spiritually as a goddess, because I was able to, in a safe context, command that I be treated in this way that I wanted to be treated, and to have my sexuality and my sexual needs regarded as important. And I think that is what I decided I wanted to teach to other people. I wanted to teach other people that you don't need BDSM to command what you want or you need, but you can definitely learn from that culture that it's okay and it's safe to do that with someone who again, you trust, and so the step 1, 2, and 3, honestly, step 1, call me.
Yeah, step 1, call Erica, call the goddess.
And step 2 is to decide that you don't care what the outside world thinks about you, and your wants and your desires and your relationships, where you are working to have those wants and desires fulfilled. Once you are okay with, whatever kind of commentary is going to come your way, because there's going to be snide remarks, there's going to be, people questioning things, there's going to be, all sorts of vehicles to fostering your self-doubt. But if you realize that that's all external, and again, stop looking to external forces to validate yourself, and really, worship the voice that's within you. Because if you always follow your instinct, you will never go wrong. People worry about, like, making the wrong or the right decision. There are no wrong decisions. It's the decision you make right now, and you can always change your mind. And when you decide that, you can ask for, a pinky up the butt today, and tomorrow, I don't really like it, so I don't want it anymore.
Yeah. So Erica, so listen, I see under your very sexy sweater, the white you have on looks like some dominatrix shit. You got on.
Man, this is I'm gonna pull it down just a touch. It is.
Yes, girl. You got it. Yes, Erica.
My favorite harnesses. I love this thing. I'm gonna plug the maker. She's actually local here in Chicago. Her name is Emma Alamo. And I love her stuff. She makes the most wonderful leather harnesses and leather fetish wear for femme-bodied people that I've seen around. And this is one of her pieces, and she's great. So, look her up. I think she's on Instagram.
I gotta have her on the show. No.
Yeah,
Because I told you, I want to do an episode all about kink and BDSM. So you be spanking people, Erica?
I do.
With like whips and
stuff. Deserve it. What's that?
Oh, because some people do deserve a spanking.
Yeah.
I know people that deserve an ass whooping, but that's a different show.
Yeah.
So, we got, because I would love to see, we won't do it today, but some of your tools.
Oh, yeah.
Like a toy box. You have like a thing that when a treasure chest and you open it and a light comes out of it. And
I have, I wish I could turn the camera around. I actually do have a chest full of corsets, and I have a doctor's bag full of striking implements. So
you're so classy. And I love that, because I think that a lot of people that don't know about kink and BDSM and stuff like that, the perception is it's just a bunch of nasty weirdos. And I'm like, no, like you are a goddess for real. You're so elegant and poised, but Erica be spanking that ass, y'all.
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the things I'm thinking of incorporating into my offerings, if you will, is a bit of my version of sexy social justice. And there are a lot of white men who like to fetishize beautiful Black women, and I'm not here for it. And you can think I'm beautiful, but like the moment that you start putting color on that stuff, and I don't even want to hear about, like, it's not about not seeing color. It's about understanding that, like, you are not here to be entertained by me. You are here to entertain me. So like whatever it is that you like is not important. Drink to that.
Listen.
But what I want to start offering is Black history lessons. So all you white men out there in YouTube land, you want to come get a spanking by me, you want to get stomped, you want to get strangled, you want to get punched, and I will also kick you in the balls. You can do that while reciting that Black Lives Matter, while Emmett Till, while learning about all of these Black men who are being hunted down by vigilantes and cops in the United States. And then you can pay me reparations and get out. So call me.
And on that note, damn, that's right. Listen, all you white men out there, Erica, Goddess Erica, to you is she's a revolutionary, and social justice through sex is her forte. And all praises due to Goddess Erica. I'm telling you, I bow at your throne, Goddess.
And my divinity recognizes yours.
Yes. And listen, I need to work up to the level though of stomping white men in their balls.
It's fun. You should try it.
I'm gonna work on that. I'm like, should I start with Black men? But I feel like I should let them catch a break.
Let them catch a break. This is white guys are
crush some white balls. Yes, I love it. I'm gonna say this and I'll let you go. I was speaking on a panel one time in New York at the Brooklyn Museum about because I have a one-woman show called Fat Bitch. And I talk about my body and Black women's bodies and stuff. And there was a woman on the panel with me. She's like, "Have you ever heard of goddess worship?" And I was like, "No, what is that?" And she was like, "Erica, they would love you. Like you don't want to be worshipped." And I was like, "I would love to be. I just never heard it." And that was the first time I ever heard that term of goddess worship. And even a friend of mine that it practices polyamory. I had told her, I was like, I could do it, but I could see myself seriously involved with two men. And she's like, oh, that's in itself a form of goddess worship. And I was like, really? I keep hearing this. So I can get into that. But I'm a very loving person, and there's a lot of me to go around. So I need to, when I hire you for some coaching, it'll be for you to walk me through that so I can spank and squish balls.
And I will hold your hand through it happily.
That's what friends are for.
Right. Especially friends who have wonderful names in common.
Yes. So, but since you're a goddess, Erica, though, I got to come up with something else.
Ooh.
You know, my fun name that I have people call me is Miss Pound Cakes.
Miss Pound Cakes.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. There's so much entendre to that, and I love it. I love it.
Erica, but Goddess Erica, before you go, is there anything else that you want to say?
Well, you can, if you want to reach out to me, you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is goddess_Erica. That is Erica with a C and not a K. You can also find me on Facebook at the Goddess Erica is the address of my page. I have a private group there that I am hosting for women where we support each other as goddesses, and we talk about all things sexy and wonderful. It's a safe space. I will be hosting regular meditation sessions very soon. So if you want to get information on that when they begin, you can reach out to me again through Instagram or Facebook. Also, my Twitter handle is Yes Goddess Erica.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. Erica, you truly are a goddess. I adore you. I'm so happy you came on the show. Shout out to Tazima Paris, a regular on the show.
Real.
She wrote me about, she's like, Erica, you've got to get this girl, Goddess Erica, on your show. Like, you have to. So she told me about you like 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
And I've been just trying to figure out, because I really wanted to do a kink episode. But then when I found out about Masturbation Month, I was like, I should have you come on and talk about self-love. Yeah. But the next time you come on, I want to full on, not giving any of your trade secrets away, but a nice kink 101. Absolutely. I think I might call it, she's a very kinky girl. That's what I think I'll call it.
I love it. I love karaoke, and Super Freak is one of the songs I like to sing.
Super Freak.
I'm telling myself.
Yes. So yeah, you got to come back and talk about kink, because I think,
please have me back.
Yes, that'll be lovely. Well, thank you, Erica. This was great. I feel good, and you got me in the mood after Jill Scott and Erica, and now you. I might have to give myself some love tonight.
Girl, give yourself some love tonight.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye, Erica.
Bye.
Wasn't that awesome? She's so sweet and pleasant, and who would know she's so nasty and naughty and spanking and choking white men? That's what I'm talking about, Goddess Erica. Yes, choke them white men, girl. I'm gonna find me a white man to choke. I can't wait to choke one. Any white man watching this to feel like getting choked the fuck out, please reach out to me. Or reach out to Goddess Erica. What if me and Erica did a tag team? 2 goddesses named Erica. 2 goddesses in a white choke. Yeah, 2 goddesses in a choke. That's what we'll call it. That'll be the name of our porn. Let me get Erica back on here. We can figure out what we're going to do. Okay, guys. Next, before I have another sexpert therapist coming up named Charelle. Before I bring Charelle up, I want to bring up my girl, Nikki G, who is the owner of Creative Quick Cocktails that y'all always see me drinking. And Nikki's going to make a drink for us and school us on some stuff that's going on with her company. You there, Nikki?
Hey, girl. Can you see me? How are you?
I'm good.
You look so pretty and pink.
My friend sent me these earrings and told me I could give out a pair to everybody. So I was like, well, if I put cute earrings on, I need to put some lipstick on. And if I put lipstick on, I might put some other stuff on. And
you got busy with it. It's so pretty.
Thank you. Oh, I forgot to even show Erica. I had a shirt on that says I love me.
Oh,
I forgot. So it's all about self-love.
That is cool. I love it.
to Inspiring Lives Apparel, a Chicago-based company. My boy Kev, what's up, Kev? He designed this shirt. I love me, so I love it. So I forgot. Yeah. So what's going on with Creative Click Cocktails?
Busy, just trying to get things ready. I mean, even though it's not going to be super busy summer like I usually have going on with festivals and stuff, I still want to polish up the brand a bit and, you know, just get some things going. I just got my drinks on the go menu on my page, so I'm excited about that because people are always asking me, what do you have? What do you have? So I wanted to have it a little bit more organized so they can see the different drinks.
Ooh, I just poured me some. I just
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I was gonna ask you which one am I drinking, girl?
What's the initials on the front? Because that's DML. So that's Douce Pink Moscato and Lemonade. You got to be careful with that one. That was smooth, but it's.
Honey, I'm over here. I'm talking to Erica. She got talking about choking white men, honey. I'm ready to go outside. Listen, I'm like Erica got me in the mood to go out here and just.
And find you
and smack some motherfuckers around. This drink got me feeling good. You know I don't really drink.
That's
so
a beautiful
I'm getting tipsy off of Creative Click cocktails every weekend because I don't really drink.
You don't, and I'm just laughing. I just be cracking up when I see you. Just be like, "Woo!" When that kick hit, I see it in your face, and I'll be like, "Oh!" I'll be like cracking up, laughing, girl.
This is good. This is good.
I'm glad. It's one of my favorites too.
I love all your stuff, honestly. And all my people have been ordering it and they're telling me like, Erica, her drinks are the bomb. Yes. So I love it. You know, it's I try to support people that I know are doing good things and I want it, but I really want it to be a good thing and taste good. Like not just me just sending people your way and then they'll be disappointed that my name gets run through the mud. I like the fact that everyone that's gotten a drink from you is like said they love it.
I'm glad to hear that. I try to reach out and just make sure that they like the drinks. I don't want to just be selling and sending stuff out, and then I don't know if they even like, you know, the drink or not. Most people tag me, they put stuff up on their page and tag me, but if then they don't, or if they're not on IG, I try to reach out to them and make sure that they enjoyed it. That's awesome. Yeah.
So what are you gonna make for us tonight? I should have probably had you come on even at the top of the show, so you could have got us right, got me ready for Erica, but. I'm glad you're here now before Charelle. I'm gonna be nice and toasty by the time Charelle come up here. I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
Lord have mercy. That's gonna be
Charelle get done with me. I'm probably gonna be out on the whole scroll for real, choking white men and selling pussy. Okay, so go ahead.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is a very simple drink, but it has a twist to it. Mm-hmm. So I always like to start off with a nice margarita glass, and then what I'm doing is it was just Cinco de Mayo a few days ago, and I didn't get to do anything for it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can do a margarita with a twist. It's a drink that most people recognize, right? So I'm like, what do you need when you do a margarita? You need tequila. Woo! So I got my Jose tonight. I'm like, I use Patron all the time. So I'm like, I'm gonna use something a little different tonight. You can't have a margarita without lime juice. So I usually use Rose's lime, triple sec, and also margarita mix. And I'm gonna save the little twist for the last part. I'm not gonna show you guys that part yet. So I prefer to build in my glass my drink. Some people may want to take their they may want to add their ice actually in the glass, you know, and build their drink. I'm one of those that I like to build it so I can see everything, and I'm gonna show you guys so you can see the pretty contrast. So what I start off doing, and it just depends on how much you like to drink. I'm a lush, so I like a lot. So I typically do a full shot. This is a strong drink. It has 2 additional liqueurs, so you don't want to really overdo it. So you see that there? All right. And then you also want to add your lime juice. So you just take a little, and I'm going to lift it up so you can see. Take a little splash there. All right. I don't usually measure it because you don't really need much lime. Your triple sec, just take a little splash of that, just like that. And that's another liqueur. If you want to add a little bit more of that, you can, but you don't want it to be too sweet. And then also you need your margarita mix. See that there? And then I just put a splash of that. Now you could actually do like a half shot if you want of that. It just depends on how tart you want your drink. I kind of typically like my drink a little bit more tart than sweet. And so you see kind of like how it's coming together. I don't know if you guys are able to see it, But when I add my little twist to it, I'm going to put some blue curacao in it and that's a really pretty contrast to it. And I don't know if you guys can really see them. Bring it down kind of in the light so you can see it. But it makes the drink look so pretty. It looks like you're out like on an ocean. And if you see my shirt here, I have one of my favorite Creative Click cocktail shirts on, which is actually blue. And it's kind of one of my favorite colors too. So you take this, you always want to either roll when you're doing a margarita. You definitely want it over ice. You want it nice and cold. So I pour it back into my mixer cup with the ice. And I'm going to put the top on it. Shake it up really good. And then I'm going to pour it back into my margarita glass. And it's just so pretty, if you guys can see how pretty that is. And then add a straw to it. I typically like to have one. Put that straw in. And then you just cut. I just take usually a lime. I'm going to show you guys how to do that really quickly. You can just cut the back end off of it. Cut it in half. And then you can just do like that. Just kind of slice it down the middle so that it sticks on your glass perfectly. And that is it. That's all you do. If you want to throw another extra lime inside, your glass, you can. But that is how you make a Patron electric margarita. Really,
that is so cute.
And
you make me wish I was on a beach or for real or something.
Isn't that cute? I just love it. It's so colorful, and it just makes a regular margarita not so boring.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
That is awesome.
Take a little sip.
Well, let me tell. Cheers to Creative Click Cocktails and Nikki G for getting everybody in Chicago lit. And
thank you, hon. I appreciate it.
Yeah, your drinks are so good. And I always tell people I love your logo. Actually, I have your logo in here and put it up. So tell everybody how they can contact you.
Okay, so right now I only have the one social media handle. I'm kind of learning how to work IG a little better. But follow me at Creative Click Cocktails. There's an underscore in between Creative Click and Cocktails. So that's the best way to find me. You'll see Nikki G, the bartender, and that's how you find me. Look through my highlights, look through my page. My menu is on there. And then DM me if you have any questions. And like I said, I usually deliver Wednesday through Saturday. So we can always work something out. I deliver South Side and downtown. Yes. And I may be delivering tomorrow, Erica. I may do a few deliveries for Mother's Day. So if
Mother's Day,
Mother's Day, let me know.
Yeah, y'all reach out to Nikki on Instagram, and if you want to order something so she can deliver it to you tomorrow, she'll do that, and definitely next weekend too. Especially if you're watching my show, it'll be good if y'all order from her so we can all sip on the same thing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye, Nikki. I always love it when you come on and teach us a drink. I appreciate it.
Just keep on coming with it, girl. I'm gonna come back whenever you're ready for me.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, hon. Talk to you soon.
Yes. Good night.
Good night, hon. Bye.
I love supporting entrepreneurs, especially Black women that have their own businesses. So shout out to Nikki G for the Creative Click Cocktails. They really are delicious, y'all. And she got it ranging from the lightweights like me that don't really drink but want something that tastes kind of smooth and mellow and sweet. And then she's got something for you hard liquor folks, you drunks out here. She can satisfy all of y'all. But me, I'm easy. I'm a lady. I'm a god. Now that I'm a goddess, Erica told me I'm a goddess, so I gotta, drink more bougie. That's why tonight I'm drinking out of this glass instead of out of my bag like I usually do. Okay. With that being said, last but not least, and I'm excited about this conversation. Next up, we have a sex and intimacy coach who is going to talk to us specifically about self-love, empowering yourself with loving yourself, how loving yourself affects relationships and sex and dating. And we're going to get the real deal. So if you have questions, please ask them. Because how often do you get to talk to Black sex therapists? Like, you just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we never really have them at our fingertips like this. But that's why my show is here to do that. So let's bring up Charelle Thomas, who has patiently been waiting for me. I know she's gonna scream at me. I'm so sorry.
Not one.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for staying up with me on a Saturday night and coming on my show.
No worries. I was so in tune with Goddess Erica in that interview. I forgot to log on, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I'm supposed to be on here."
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So start by telling everybody what it is that you do. And let me put your information up here so we can visit your website and everything, because I want to make sure people support you.
So I am a love and intimacy coach. I work with powerful, success-driven women who are typically in long-term relationships, and they hire me to help them achieve a more fulfilling and satisfying sex life. I teach them how to do this by helping them build a deeper connection with their partner, as well as mind-blowing sexual techniques that will leave both them and their partner satisfied, yet yearning for more.
Yes, Miss Charelle. Yes. So wait. When it comes to therapy overall, just in general, I know sometimes Black people are just not with it. I think things are changing around, right?
Yeah.
But then usually when people think about therapy, it's like, oh, or they need a coach or a life coach. It's about getting that good job or turning your life around or get that weight off or whatever, or get that man you want. But when it comes to sex and intimacy, I think a lot of people don't even realize how much a good coach would be valuable to their lives. It's like, I want to get in the game. Put me in the game, coach. But before, I need you to get my skills up to par. What do you think are the benefits from meeting and talking with somebody like you when it comes to sex and intimacy, and especially sex?
Yeah, it's generally a lot, and especially with myself. Like, I think that there's difference between sexperts, sex coach, and things like that.
Yeah.
As a love and intimacy coach, I work with all different types of women in different phases within their relationship. And the part that's beneficial is because you find that a lot of people get into long-term relationships. The first thing to go out the door is the sex. You see people who've been married for long periods of time, and generally, like, the sex is like gone, like they don't do it. So with me, working with me, there's a lot of different things that we go to relationship building skills, communication skills, being able to ask for what you want. And the challenging part is, like, a lot of people don't even realize, like, sex is one thing that you don't really get guidance on. People watch porn, but it's not real, and then people experience sexual trauma. There's so many different components that affects your sex life. But to me, and just knowing, like, how powerful sex is like, this is one of those things that you need to get a grasp on, you need to understand in order to really evolve and be your highest self. I feel like that is one of God's greatest gifts that he gave us, to enjoy and connect with another partner, where, we can actually, like, join with them in that moment. You can't recreate that in any way, shape, or form. So it's like, once you understand and you get to experience that pleasure, it takes your life to an entirely different level in all aspects.
It would seem to me as if what makes intimacy hard in a lot of ways is that people are coming to relationships without being full human beings, without having that love for self and understanding self. And like I mentioned to Erica in the other segment, the way she was telling me to masturbate, I've never masturbated that way before. I've never ran a bath and lit some candles and bought myself some flowers and made love to me. I'm straight up for the quickie. I've been going for the quick nut, get it over with so I can watch the TV. But I think that is demonstrates in many ways where my self-love is shallow. I do love myself. I try to feel good and look nice or whatever, but deeper self-love and introspective thinking about yourself and how you feel about you, I think many of us are loving on the surface. So then we're getting into these relationships looking for people to fulfill us, complete us, satisfy us, want him to make me happy, but you're not in love with self. What do you think is making it so difficult for us to love up on us first?
First of all, we've never been taught. We don't even know. As for me, I didn't even know it was important to love myself. I got married at the age of 22. We were married for 13 years. And during this time, this entire time span of our marriage, it was me looking at him. How can you make me better? What can you do to make me happy? When in reality, I didn't even have a relationship with myself. It was literally everything that he was telling me to do. The way I wore my hair, the way I dressed, like it was all him. And I lost my identity because I was so desiring so much for him to make me happy as opposed to me making myself happy. So number one is like, we were not taught that how important self-love is. We were not taught that we have to love ourselves before we can expect somebody else to pour into us or even give us like what it is that we desire. Well, that's the first one.
Wow. So it seems like though learning to love yourself figuratively and literally can make for better sex. So I'm wondering if good sex with a partner and mind-blowing sex with a partner starts with fucking the shit out of yourself first.
So girl, let me tell you this. Like,
please.
Let me get
my drink. Let me get my drink.
It changed my life. Like how Goddess Erica was talking about tantric sex. I was introduced, like before I used to look at masturbation, even when I was married, like I never really understood, or even like accepted that that was something that we were supposed to do. I was introduced to this coach, the first coach who trained me. She's a tantric coach. And my sex life changed tremendously. Like I thought my sex was good already. It took it from here to here, like through the roof. And it's just like, so with my mom, after I separated from my husband, like I had other partners. And I was just like, oh my God, Mom, like that was the best sex I've ever had. She was like, Charelle, you say that every time, like every time. But the common denominator was me. But it took me learning my body. It took me loving myself to be able to even receive that type of love. And the most amazing part is like, even with my previous partners, one of the things that they say is like, they're able to show up different with me. Their body is able to perform and do different things that they never even thought that they could do because of the energy that I bring. And that was all from loving myself. That was all from taking the time out, figuring out like what my body needs, what I like, indulging in myself. And because of that, I was able to receive more love.
So your poor ex-husband, girl, you out here giving all the good pussy to the people after him.
I told him,
oh, shit,
I said, I feel sorry for you because it's all downhill from here.
Right, baby. Oh my gosh. But it's, like you said, it's because you were in a situation, you were in a marriage, in a relationship. No disrespect to him, but the way you were mentally, he probably was fully satisfied and feeling good in there, but maybe you weren't, but it was because of lack of self-knowledge and self-love.
So our sex life was pretty good. We had 4 kids together. So it was
y'all was doing something.
It was pretty good. But the foundation of the relationship was off. And then after I learned to love myself, my sex life went from good, great to like phenomenal. Like I didn't even know sex like this existed. So it's just like,
what's been the best part, Charelle? Tell me, because listen, I'm celibate right now. I've been celibate for 3 years.
Oh wow, I tip my head off to you. I've been abstinent since January, but 3 years, whew.
And it's on purpose. Because I'm telling you, actually, the more I've been abstinent, the more dicks that just fly my way. I mean, they're hitting me in the face. I walk down the, the dicks are coming from everywhere. because I don't want to be bothered. And I feel like it's given me a boost of self-confidence in some ways, or it's projecting that way, which is making more men come this way. And I just really, whatever, I had said that this summer this is before coronavirus. I was like, oh, summer 2020 is going to be a hot Erica girl summer. And I'm going to get out here and move around. I'm going to have a ball. But now things are a little different, but I want to master being good at sex. I want to be really good. And one thing porn was good for, although I don't think porn is good overall for teaching people about sex. Fellatio, I did learn some good stuff from Pinky and a couple other women, because she sucked dick like there is literally no tomorrow. So I learned that from her. So she was my sex coach for free off of Pornhub. But I really want to learn how to be good at it, because the women every woman is like, I got some good pussy, I'm good. But there are some women, no, there's another level to it.
Yeah. And
because they had these men going crazy. Yeah. And I want to be like that. I want to drive them crazy. Yeah. I want to choke white men and do all the stuff. I don't know, but I want to get better at sex. I'm glad I'm talking to you. Like, what it's got to be more than just me buying a bullet or a rabbit, and then presto, I'm better at sex. How, in what ways does self-love, either through masturbation or even self-esteem, how does that move you towards being a goddess in the bedroom?
My first recommendation for you, put the toys on the shelf. Put the toys on the shelf. Because what you're looking for, you have to get that from within, not from a toy. A man cannot recreate what the toys do for your body. So you want to get in tune with what you like to feel, like what feels good to you. You can create it all, like all of it starts here. And you just, how you talked about lighting the candles, taking time out for yourself, like really, really, really getting to know yourself. And I understand, like with masturbation, sometimes you just want a quickie. Sometimes you just want to do that. But take this kind of like a school lesson. Like if you rush through your lessons, how much of that information do you really retain? Not a lot. So take that time, dedicate that time, even if you did it on a weekly basis, and learn what you like. What does Erica like? What turns me on? What do I need? Slow things down, which is really good during this time, like during the quarantine and everything like that. Like you have the opportunity to slow things down and really find out what's important to you, what you like to feel. And man, when you start to get in tune with yourself and what it is that you like, what you give enhances the experience as well. Like you get to give more because you know what you like. 99% of the time, if you're focusing on pleasing yourself, that's going to impact what you experience with your partner. Same thing with me. Like my last 2 relationships, like I knew what was important to me. I knew what my body liked. I know what turns me on. And even before we got to that bedroom, it all started here. Like it all started, where was I emotionally? That's another thing too. Your partner. Like you cannot be with somebody who's not feeding into you and be satisfied like in the bedroom. I understand like you can have these flings and things like that, but sex, sacred sex, like real good sex, you have to be compatible with that person and treat your body as a temple. And not only that, but allow them to do the same. Be with somebody who's going to take the time to love you the way that you take the time to love yourself. That's a big thing.
Wow. So can every woman be a goddess? Can we all tap into this goddess power and do that?
Yes, it is our gift. It's a part of our nature. The biggest thing is we don't know exactly how to do it. Like myself, I actually hired a love coach back in 2016, if I'm not mistaken, when I separated from, my then husband. I felt like something was wrong with me. And when I went to her, she taught me how to love myself. That's the goddess part. Love yourself, being confident in who you are, being empowered, honoring yourself. And then it's still an ongoing process. Just because you fall in love with yourself doesn't mean that, oh, that's it, that's done.
Right.
Like, I've been through so many different experiences, and like my love for myself grew more and more and more and more, and that it continues to grow. Like even with me now, right? I had long hair all my life, right? Terrified of cutting my hair off.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because when I asked you for your headshot, you were like, oh, I've made some changes to my hair. I need to send you a different picture. So I was going to ask you, was part of your self-discovery and finding self-love too about shedding off different layers or whatever in different ways, and part of that being your hair?
Yeah, it was me being willing to see myself in different, how could I say, like different facets, different parts of me, and still loving myself and enjoying myself. So back in November, I went into the bathroom and I just chopped my hair off.
What?
I've had long hair all of my life. So it was like,
oh, the big chop.
But I was honoring myself. Like, it was something that I've always desired. I see people like with short hair and, and like, it's beautiful. And I'm like, I could never do it. But I was using my hair to hide behind me. And even like, I wore my hair in the same style for years. And all the time I had a bang in my face. It was like, it was my shield, like it was my shield of protection. And it was me cutting my hair was more so, I'm letting all of this go, and I am embracing the true part of me, not, what society say would look right, or not what I've been holding as a crutch, for so long. And it put me in a position where I had to love myself even more, even deeper. It's always evolving, always evolving.
So you went from you got a divorce, girl, then came a sex goddess, cut your hair, and you just out here having a ball and loving yourself.
I am.
And the men that are with you are reaping the benefits of all that self-love. And I think that's awesome. I feel like self-love and self-care go hand in hand. And I had a conversation with myself today. I was like, Erica, okay, you've been eating kind of bad during this whole pandemic stuff. It's time to get that fresh live food in here. It's time to get moving and do some exercising. It's time to do a little more pampering. Because I cut my hair so I could be a little lazy with it. But it's like, Erica, you still got to take care of it, wash it, condition it, treat your hair well, treat my skin, my teeth, my body. And I'm about to go in full hardcore goddess mode. Then on top of that, Erykah Badu and Jill Scott singing tonight. I was like, you know what? God damn it. I'm about to get me some essential oils and some sage burning in this damn house. I'm about to take bubble baths and lather up with some shea butter and all kinds of shit. And when you see me, I'm just gonna be a walking, living, breathing goddess, because it's important that we do that whole self-love thing. And I want to be really good in bed. Like, I want to be, because, there's some women and men too that think as soon as they step in the door and come to the party, good sex has begun. It's like just entering. And it's like, no, I want to leave with putting something on your mind. And I wanted it to be elevated than all the other shit you've been getting. So that's why Charelle, I'm going to save a little money and reach out to you and get some sex coaching.
Yes.
Because when I do get back out here, when I break my celibacy, I said I wanted to do 3 years. It's been over 3 years now. This summer will be 4 years.
Okay.
But I think I'm ready for some good.
But you know what? Like, Okay, so two things I wanted to say. First of all, you already embody the goddess energy. Like the way you show up, how confident you are, the things that you're able to talk about, how you're able to connect with other people. That's a goddess in and of itself.
Okay.
You're confident, like own it. You know, that's a part of you, your personality, how well you talk to other people. I came across you like on Monday, I think it was. And I was just like, oh, she powerful, you know, like when
Oh, thank you.
reached out, I was just like, all right, God, I see you.
Yeah. Well, that's so cool. When you said you had just kind of found out about me the same week I reached out. So
Yeah.
like then that we summoned each other. That energy was put out there, and I'm glad you're here. Because for me, you know, I'm just a comic trying to have fun. I created this show so people can laugh and have a good time during the pandemic. This is just my 19th episode. This is a new thing. But I was like, I specifically, like I made a conscious decision to seek out Black women that talk about and work professionally in the sexuality and intimacy and love realm.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I watch mainstream television, whenever there's a life coach or a love coach or a relationship coach, it's like these very corporate looking white women.
Mm-hmm.
I love them too. I plan on having some white girls on my show, but I'm like, no, nobody loves on people the way Black women do.
Yeah.
Black women to me are the full example of what true love is. And so if I'm going to talk about some sex and some love and some sensuality and intimacy, I'm going to get some Black girls on my show and we're going to talk about it. So it's been great. So I'm happy. I think someone recommended you to me on my Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yes. And I also, you radiated confidence and happiness. Like, I don't want no mean, angry bitches coming on my show talking about sex either. Like, I want somebody that's got it, because if she's got a smile on her face, that means she's putting a smile on men's faces or whoever they deal with. And that's who we all want to learn from, somebody that's happy and having great sex. And not I understand the advocacy and why some people are very passionate about what they do, but this show is a party. It's about fun. So I'm glad that you brought the right energy to come and play.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You set us up the foundation, so it's like we can't help but to come here and have fun. I love
this. This is good. So before you go though, if you could give a tip or two on about self-love and finding your inner goddess, just point them in the direction that will ultimately lead them to you, to come to you for some real coaching.
Okay.
But I know, and if anybody has any questions before we go, while we have Charelle here, please write a question and ask. But what any tidbits or any juicy nuggets you can give those of us that don't even know where to start with the self-love, because it's bigger than bubble baths and shea butter.
Definitely. Okay, so before we get into that, I wanted to make mention, you talked about like how this summer, you know, was like your time to come out or whatever, and you wanted to have that amazing sex. So I touched on it a bit earlier about the importance of like having the right partner. And this is where you got to go within. You got to follow your intuition and see what's a good match for you. You gave up sex for a reason. And the same with me. Like I consciously chose to abstain from sex until, and just make sure like whatever that until is for you, like not just the time limit, there was an emotional reason that you decided to let that go, and make sure that, you know, before you decide to indulge in it again, that you do meet that until. For me, it was until I found someone who honor and value their body just as much as I value mine. We have to be sexually compatible and with the potential of long term. I'm not entertaining, you know, any one night stands, any, you know, like just dating, casually dating, none of that. If you want this, if you want me, you have to, you know, have the potential to be long term. And not only that, but you have to have create a foundation with me for the sex to just be amazing, you know, and match what I set out for it to be. Honor my body, you honor yours. And that all come from before we even get together. So I just want to share that with you. Like before you go out and do it, like just design what you want that to be like, what your entail was, and make sure you meet that. And that confidence, all of that, you know, energy, like it's gonna be powerful. Like the first time that you do
Girl,
something.
I know. But what you just said is what I've been feeling. I have another podcast that talks about me dating, casually dating, not casual sex, but learning to date again and dating multiple men to figure out exactly what I want, but not playing games, not lying, and not being intimate with any of them. Just fun, casual friendships and dating.
Yeah.
But I said, when I decide, and my podcast is called Get in the Game, and I talk about me dating a lineup of 5 men like a basketball team, right? And that I'm basically looking to get my championship ring. I'm looking for my MVP. I want the Jordan. I'm the coach, Phil Jackson.
I love it.
But with that being said, I was like, if I'm going to invest into a full-on franchise player that I want to go on and be the MVP of my team and bring home a championship ring, they've got to be all that I want and a fully complete human being. So everything that you're saying is what I decided, that when I decide to go ahead and get out here and really get in an intimate relationship, it's going to be intimate, and he's going to fuck the shit out of me because he loves me.
Yes.
And he loves himself. Like he's into him. He's self-care. He got to wash his hands. Like this coronavirus shit has shown people don't wash their hands. Charelle.
Do you know that's my biggest pet peeve? Like that's my deal breaker. If you don't wash your hands, we can't.
That's my first test. And you know, back in the day, one of my girls used to be like, if she saw a guy and maybe his nails were dirty, which nobody likes dirty nails, but she was so excessive about it that I was like, who goes around checking men's nails? Now I get it.
Yes. Yep.
Like you gotta be clean, wash your hands, wash your hands. Like I don't want nothing nasty. Because if we end up quarantining together, I don't want you bringing home COVID-23. But yeah, so go on. Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm so, what you just said is powerful. Yeah. And that's where I am. You're gonna fully love me and be into me, not just me being another one night, hit it and quit it and go on.
Yeah. And you know, a big part of that people don't even realize, that men and women have sex for different reasons, or not even different reasons, but our biological makeup is different. When women have sex and we have an orgasm, what is it? Oxytocin is released. And oxytocin automatically triggers our brain to think that, oh, this is our lifelong partner. Like it's a cuddle hormone is what they call it. And we get attached. For men, dopamine is released for them when they have an orgasm, when they climax, and it's a simple pleasure for them. That's it. But for us, it leaves us emotionally attached, and for them, it's just a simple pleasure. So it's a big difference in what we experience compared to them.
Ooh, that is deep, and we need to be equipped with that knowledge when we're out here moving around. And like you said, most of us are not educated truly about sex and sexuality. You know, I had a couple sexperts and sex therapists come on and even just show us really what the clitoris is and how it fully is, not just this little button.
Yeah.
The whole makeup of it. So it's a large muscle or organ. And we focus on that little bitty part. But I think that's symbolic of the way in which we think about women and sexuality as a whole, like these one little bitty buttons or one little small part of us, when we're a whole, fully developed human being that is more than just some little bitty thing. And we got to stop treating ourselves small and treating ourselves little and get into the big organ, get into all of it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited, and I got to figure out. We'll talk next time you come on. We talk about this kind of stuff. I don't know if I should try to do online dating. Should I wait? Should I start trying to online date now since we're all quarantined? Like I don't know what to do as far as stepping back out there to start dating. Because I've been so career driven the last 3 years, but I'm ready for some real good dick, Charelle. Like,
So,
wait, girl.
so
I've had good. I've had great, but I want some good.
yes. So that's 2 part. 1, take care of yourself. Yes, like that, right? Yes. First part is to give it to yourself.
Yes.
In that sense where you're feeling satisfied. Yeah, like yes, like you can't expect somebody to come in and give you something that you're not willing to give to yourself. So slow down, enjoy that. And then the second part, I would recommend like you doing online dating now,
Okay.
even if you don't physically like meet with a man. The reason being, have you seen Love is Blind?
I did see that. I think
feel like this pandemic is putting us in the position, well, especially for those of us who are single, to build that deeper connection. It's giving us that opportunity where we can be in the comfort of our home, they can be in the comfort of their home, and you're getting to know each other. Like you're having different kinds of conversations. You're getting to know like who that person is to their core, as opposed to meeting up, seeing them face to face, and then being like scrutinizing like every little thing. With that, like you're connecting, your souls are connecting, you're connecting on a deeper level, as opposed to physically being out and about rushing all of this stuff. So I would highly recommend like you doing online dating like now. Just entertain yourself, get to know other people. Like it doesn't have to be like a lifelong commitment. See what's out there. It also make it easier for you to weed out those who are not serious.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So before you go though, any parting words of encouragement, anything you want to say definitely about this whole aspect of self-love that we're all dealing with?
So back to your question about like what's something tangible you can do now to start implementing like love for yourself and really, really, really like tuning in and loving yourself. A lot like instilled within us, we have this voice. And it's very important for you to take the time to listen to that voice. That's a big part of self-love. And it's not something that you learn overnight, but you learn with time. So step 1, taking the time, listen to yourself. Even if you meditate 5 minutes a day, whatever, just give yourself some time, showing that you are your own priority. That's one thing. Second part is really get to know yourself. Like go within and ask yourself, who am I really? Like before, if I remove this house, if I remove these clothes, if I remove, what I do for a living, who am I? And write out, try to figure out like at least 25 different things that is unique to you, that only you have. Like if you took everything else away, who are you? And once you figure that out, hold on to that. You're not your weight, you're not your clothes, you're not the money that you have in the bank. Like who is it? Like for me, like who I am to my core, I feel like this is the simplest, easiest way for me to describe myself. I'm pure love wrapped in a body. But it took me time to figure out who I was and what characteristics I genuinely, truly embody. So just get out a piece of paper, write down 25 things that make you you, and start to adorn and appreciate those things. One more thing I will leave you with that you can implement on a daily basis that we do all the time. When you lotion up your body, take your time, lotion up yourself, and at the same time, feed yourself words of affirmation. I am beautiful. I am kind. My skin is, soft. Like I am healthy. This is the type of things like that I offer. So as you're doing that, you're getting that love from within and you're giving it back to yourself. All while lotioning up your body. It's quick, easy, and simple. So those 3 things you can do just to start really, really, really valuing yourself and building that relationship with yourself.
So I'm going to give me some lotion.
Yes.
And I'm going to say, you is beautiful. You is kind. You is important.
Yeah.
Like the girl from the Help movie.
I know.
You was important. Yes. Oh, yeah. You know what? Hey, because, it took this pandemic for me to really see how revolutionary self-love is. Caring about germs, washing your hands. Like today, some people sent me a care package, and I was like, it'll probably just have like wipes and Lysol in it, but it had lotion and really cool shower gels and everything. And I was like, those of us that do take care of ourselves take for granted that everybody does, or that everybody has the ability to. Some people are not, you know, they may be homeless or displaced or have situations going on where self-care in itself cannot be as luxurious and glamorous as those of us that may be living in a home and have our own. But truly taking care of yourself, washing your hair, brushing your teeth, taking that time to look in the mirror and be like, damn, you fine. You so gorgeous. You so fly. You so dope. It is a gift to be able to show gratitude to yourself and appreciate who you are. So, and the ideal of being love wrapped in a body, I just think that is perfection. That's awesome. And more of us, all of us need to feel that way about ourselves. So
we all are actually, don't embody it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that concept and that idea. And I'm going to write my list of 25 things down about myself that I love and that are worthy of worship.
Yes.
And even if nobody else worships them, I do. And I'm going to and be grateful for those things and exude that. And I'm also going to use this time, this pandemic time, quarantine, to take care of self. Like I said, I'm about to start back to my juicing and eating healthy foods and taking those baths and doing all the stuff that kind of, you know, really makes you feel good.
Yep. Yeah. Putting the toys away.
Putting the toys away. More. Yeah. And I like that idea, you know, masturbating without a toy, you know, touching myself and self-exploration with just me. Yeah. Like you're right. Like these new toys they got out, the head spins around, it vibrates, something is spinning, it flies, and you know, all this kind of crazy shit. And it's like, I don't care how good some dick is. Can't no man twirl around and vibrate. And if a dick started twirling his head around and vibrating, I'm gonna run.
Exactly.
No dick got COVID-19. If it can do all that, something wrong with it. So,
exactly.
I don't want the dick that can do all the shit the rabbit and those things can do. And nothing wrong with those toys. I'm not shaming any of you nasty girls. They got y'all little toys. No. They are fine. And I love them. And I hope some of them will end up sponsoring the show. But you're right, Charelle, to say you're one of the first people that have said, that's come on my show and said, put the toys away.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Put the toys away.
It's powerful, especially if it's self-love, you know, like it's pleasuring yourself. Like don't depend on anything or anyone else to do it. You can pick it back up after you figure out what it is that you like, after you figure out how to please yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, we got a lot of work to do, y'all. Those of y'all watching, we got a lot of work to do, but it'll be fun. Well, Charelle, I'm so happy to meet you. I hope you will come back soon.
Of course I will. And I wanted to say too, my IG handle is Charelle E. Thomas.
Oh.
So E in between that. And then my website is soinlove.online, not .com.
Girl, I done messed it all up, huh? Let's change that right now. Forgive me for that.
No.
So E. Thomas and soinlove.online. And tell me more before you go. What kind of services, you as a love and intimacy coach, what do you provide?
So my number one requested service is my fellatio workshops.
Woohoo! Wait a minute.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out like how can I hold those virtually. I know, right? But I really get into it. It's an art. I love it.
So wait, Charelle, do you demonstrate?
Yes, I demonstrate. I demonstrate in my courses. I demonstrate in classes. I've never, and I demonstrate online, like one-on-one, but never in a group, like virtual setting. But yes, I demonstrate. How else we gonna learn? Like, yes, I have to demonstrate.
That's I know another girl I've had on the show. Her name was Sex with Ashley. She's a sex toy matchmaker. She talks to you and figures out what it is that you love and want to do, and then she'll match you with a toy. But she also has one-on-one coaching or virtual coaching where you and your partner can be together, and she will coach you while you give the blowjob. Like, and my whole thing is, I'm just worried at these companies like Zoom and stuff. Are we sure these things aren't being recorded and watched by somebody else and not getting hacked? I don't know, but
exactly.
I definitely think people are interested in it virtually. So when you decide, hopefully soon, when you go to teach your first virtual class, come on here and talk about it so we can promote it and get people to pay and sign up.
Okay, will do. So yeah, that's one. I do workshops. I also like do different subjects at my workshops. Not only, but that's just my number one requested workshop. I get like tons of great feedback from it. I love it. And like I say, like it's an art. I've never had like any complaints in that area.
Honey, only complaint is probably from your ex-husband. It's like, damn you, Charelle. You out here sucking dick like a cat and teaching. This is how to suck dick, and we divorced. So right. You owe him at least one good one.
He's in a relationship now. He's
okay. So he's probably watching. All right, sorry, girl, I ain't mean it.
He had it though. He experienced it.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't like it just started after him, but he got a taste.
Okay.
I can say my skills have advanced. Like it's crazy. Like I feel like, okay, this is off subject, but like I feel like this is like my God-given talent. Like I was literally like awakened out of my dream, given like techniques. It was just like a download, and I was like, oh, I never tried that before. Like I can't wait.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's phenomenal. It's stuff like that happen. And it's just like, okay, I can't wait to implement it. Like, that's why I'm looking forward to getting married again. Because if I wake up with something like that, then I can just do it like right there.
Right there. Yeah, right there. Oh my goodness. Well, the smile you have on your face right now lets me know that you are good.
Thank you.
Good at what you do, girl.
Thank you.
And I'm trying to, like I said, I've learned from Pinky, and I am good. But I know I could even be better. I want to be so good I can teach a class.
Yes. I love it. And that's another thing too. I feel like we're always evolving. Like just because, like even with me, just because like I've had a great, experience, great feedback, and I know how to teach it, it's still new things. Like it's still, stuff that you can learn. You could probably teach me something.
Maybe, but no, I think you got me faded on that. It's okay. Listen, the reason I do comedy, I can teach you that. But when it comes to the sex part, you and Erica, y'all the goddesses. I bow down. Y'all are queens, and I hope to learn all that you have to offer so that I can be a goddess too.
I receive it. So you asked all that I offered. I don't know how I got on that tangent, but the workshops, I do in-person workshops. I do one-on-one coaching, and that is either like on Zoom or in person. Depending upon the location. And then what else do? I feel like it's something else.
And you do intimacy for couples, right? You have couples, okay.
As long as it's not toxic. I don't work with everybody. Yeah. I'm not God. Like I can't, change a toxic situation around. But yeah. So I do screen the people that I work with too. I don't work with pervs.
That's awesome. Yeah. So people that are actually in a truly loving, equally yoked relationship where it's love being received and given on both sides, and it's a productive, powerful, positive relationship. Because given some people, their relationships are broken and they think it's due to sex, but we can fix the sex, and it's still what's going on in between them is what's the problem. So I get it. That's awesome. Okay. Well, Charelle, thank you so much for coming on my show and having a nice time. I never asked you what you were drinking. Did you have a little drink?
Yes, I do. I have a freshly squeezed lime juice mixed with the secret sauce. I had ice in there, but it melted.
Okay. Well, cheers to you. I'm pretty much done here, but cheers to you for making the world a better, self-loving place. We need more people like you that are out here doing the work, healing folks, and empowering women to embrace their inner goddess. I would love to talk to you more about that too.
Okay.
The next time we talk.
I know I got like 50 questions for you because I want to know like what inspired you to do this. Like what I know you touched on it earlier, but like this specific like subject, where it's like sex and different things, and like where did that come from? I think
what
goddess that you just don't recognize that's in there.
You know what? I mean, I do think I'm a baby goddess, meaning that I'm now comfortable, just as I'm at the beginning parts of being comfortable enough with saying, you know what, I'm a goddess. I think of myself as the funny girl. I'm every guy's best friend. Like I have so many close male friendships, like to the point that when they do get in relationships, they tell them, I love my friend Erica. She ain't going nowhere. You're going to have to love her too. And their wives and partners end up loving me because I really love. I love to see people together. I love, I'm open to other things, but monogamous relationships, I'm very respectful of them. And I'm your cheerleader. Like I'm the female friend that he can't fuck up and do no dumb shit in front of me. Even if I can't stand you, he got to treat you right if he's going to be one of my boys. I'm very much that way. But I myself am going through self-exploration, embracing my inner goddess, understanding that I'm a powerful, beautiful woman, and a sexual being, and stepping up my game with everything, career, money, all those things. So I was like, if I'm gonna do a show, I want to talk about the stuff that I'm doing to transform me. And in particular, being a plus size girl, in many ways, I feel like we are either asexual mammies or overly fetishized sex objects. And I'm like, and if you love that, fine, but where's the happy medium in between? So as I'm dealing with that, I was like, well, it's not just me, it's women of all sizes, Black women of all sizes that are, the world tries to make us dim our light. So I was like, let's talk about that on my show, and let's talk about sexual power and intimacy and self-exploration. Let's just talk about it and get it out here. Because the women like you that I see embrace that inner goddess and loving on themselves, the sex lives y'all are having are amazing. Your professional lives, because sex is power. And when you feel powerful, you make the right kind of business deals and business decisions that set your life on the next level. So getting some good dick and embracing your inner goddess will lead to you getting the business deals you want. And that's where I am right now. So I
feel like that's how I got here, even though it wasn't like sex, like me pleasuring myself, like that orgasmic manifesting. Have you heard of that? Like that's how I feel like this happened. I didn't have to do anything except say yes. I had the desire, I connected to it, I honored my body, and then you reached out to me. And it's like that's how life is. Or you talk about those business deals and stuff like that. Yes, orgasmic manifesting. If you haven't heard of it, look it up.
Okay, you gotta talk about that too. I think I was reading Think and Grow Rich, book. And one of the chapters in there is about sex is power. I need to reread the book. But the whole thing with the, power of intention and abundance and manifesting things in your life. And when I read that, I thought about it. Most of the really powerful people in the world have embraced their sexiness or sex appeal. And there's something to that. So I was like, and when you're powerful, when you walk into a room, people feel an energy. They're turned on by you. And I was like, I too can have that power. And I sit back and watch women that do, and I'm like, they them sisters are bad. So I embrace it. When I see a Black woman who is beautiful and doing her thing and just powerful, I'm like, you better work, girl. There's no jealousy or animosity or I love, like, shine your light, girl. Be fly. I love it. So I wanted my show to be all about Black girl magic. And I want to really spotlight us and the goodness and beauty in all of us and have fun and laugh and have a good time.
Yes, you bring it. You bring it.
That's what I want. I want a show where we can just chill. It's all about us. And other people are invited to play. I have people of all different backgrounds and races on it, but Black women are who I love and Black men. I'm the most concerned about us. And we need to talk about sex.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thanks for asking that question. Nobody really asked me that. So I appreciate it.
No worries.
Well, thank you, Charelle. I will reach out to you soon so you can come back and we can talk more. And I appreciate this. And everybody, you all make sure I corrected her info. So it's soinlove.online and Charelle E. Thomas, her Instagram. And what did you say your Twitter is?
I don't have Twitter, actually. On Facebook is Charelle Thomas, and then I do have a private Facebook group which is called Igniting Your Inner Goddess for women. Yep.
Yeah. So they can apply to join that. They can request to join. Okay.
Yep.
Igniting Your Inner Goddess. Yes. Yep. Okay. Well, cheers to you, girl, and thank you, Charelle.
Thank you.
And I will talk to you again soon.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Good night. So this was a good night. Some of y'all started off with, like me, with Erykah Badu and Jill, and it gave me a certain like energy. And then to wrap it up tonight with Goddess Erykah and with Charelle, I think it is a wonderful night to just go ahead, y'all, and continue to have you a little cocktail and burn some candles. Go take a bath if you want, and love up on yourself tonight. I thought this episode was going to be short tonight. I had said, we'll probably do about an hour and 20 minutes, but it's been almost 2 hours because the information they were given was just that good and juicy. So don't forget, if you want a free pair of earrings, they don't have to just be these. They can be another one that's on her site. So Rebellish. Let me put that information back up. And remember, if you screenshot a picture of me wearing these earrings and put the picture on Facebook or Instagram, hashtag So Rebellish and hashtag Nightcap with Erykah for a chance to win. And this will be going until about May 17th or 18th. That's Sunday, whatever it is. So if you're watching the show in the replay, you still have an opportunity to screenshot me. So here you go. And hashtag Nightcap with Erykah is So Rebellish. And if you use code Erykah, it's 40% off. What shows are giving y'all 40% off fly, custom made, handmade earrings? These are so cute. Who's doing that? Me. Also, y'all, don't forget, I started a book club and we're going to be really launching next week, middle of May. Why I think it's March? Because I haven't been outside of my house since March 16th. Maybe that's why. Here goes my book. Sneaky Pussy. The Sneaky Pussy book, written by Karen Lee. Y'all go ahead and order. Go to Amazon.com. Sneaky Pussy, you can download it for 99 cents. Or you can buy the paperback for $10. Go to Amazon.com/Nikki-Pussy-Karen-Lee-DP17255265753. That's long. Just search for Sneaky Pussy. I guarantee that's the only book anywhere called Sneaky Pussy. But that's my first official book club selection, Sneaky Pussy. So I'm going to be launching a Nightcap with Erykah Facebook group. Members only will get to come in. We're going to discuss the book. We're going to meet with the author and have conversations with her. It's very juicy and salacious, and it's all about a sneaky pussy goddess, I suppose. Also, guys, before we go, remember, I have my own line of products for Nightcap with Erica. So you can buy my stuff on Redbubble, right? I got the Nightcap with Erica t-shirts. I got mugs. I got bags. I got water bottles. I got cute black dudes in hoodies. And I got t-shirts. So go to redbubble.com, shop, search for Nightcap with Erica or Erica Faye Watson and support me, y'all. Buy a shirt. I got a bunch of stuff. I even have masks for COVID-19, and I'll talk about those again later. Also, lastly, I want to let you all know I had my meal prep chef on last night, Temple Fuel, and they are offering 50% off at checkout if you use code Nightcap, and their food is amazing. Chef Gabe and his wife Soul over at Temple Fuel, you don't want to miss that. So, okay, I just, wanted to spread the word. With that being said, thank you, Goddess Erica. Thank you, Charelle. Thank you, Nikki G at Creative Click Cocktails. I love y'all. Thanks for watching the show. I know I went a little longer tonight. I'm trying my best to start my shows being just an hour long. So I don't bore y'all to death. But I think the stuff is juicy. If you are dealing with self-love issues and you want me to connect you with Goddess Erica or Charelle, please do. If you want to reach out to me, let me know what you think about my show. I'm all ears. If there's some people you want to see or subjects you want to talk about, reach out. Once again, my show is a party. It's a lot of fun, but we will talk about interesting issues that I think are really intriguing and just cool. With that being said, I love you all. Have a good night. Have a great week, because I'm not doing a show Sunday night. It's Mother's Day. Be with y'all mamas. Don't think about me. Yeah, and that's it. Okay. Good night, y'all. I love you. It's Erica from the south side of the Chi, and I just completed the 2020 census. If you're not counted in, you'll be counted out. And I don't know about you, baby, but I want to be in, not out. What are you waiting for? Take the census. Go to 2020census.gov.